All right, today we are tackling one of the most important numbers in your entire financial life, your credit score. I'm going to show you the exact roadmap to get from zero, maybe you have no score at all, to a 750 or even higher. And the best part, we're going to do it way faster than you probably think is possible. Let's just dive right in.
First things first, you gotta forget that old myth that building good credit takes forever. Seriously. With the right strategy, which we're about to break down for you step by step, you can build a really powerful credit history in just a few months, not years.
You ever go to apply for something, maybe a simple credit card, or even a car loan, and just get denied because you don't have enough credit history? It's super frustrating, right? It can honestly feel like you're a financial ghost.
If that sounds familiar, you're what the industry calls credit invisible. And here's the most important thing I want you to hear. This is not some personal failing. It's not a judgment on you at all. It's literally just a data gap. That's it. The lenders just don't have enough info yet. And trust me, we are about to fix that.
Okay, so before you can build a great score, you have to understand what actually goes into a score. I like to think of it like a map. Once you see how it's drawn, you can find the quickest route to your destination, which, in our case, is that 750-plus score.
So what are the actual ingredients? Well, most lenders here in the US use something called a FICO score. So let's pull back the curtain and see exactly what it's made of. It's all broken down into 5 key parts.
And here it is. This chart right here is the blueprint for your score. Now, the first thing you probably notice is that not all these parts are created equal, not even close. In fact, just 2 of these slices make up a massive 65% of your entire score. So let's zoom in on those first.
So here's the biggest piece of the pie, your payment history. This accounts for a whopping 35% of your score, and it's actually pretty simple, but it is absolutely crucial. You have to pay your bills on time, every single time. Lenders look at this as the #1 sign of how reliable you are. And coming in at a very close second, at a huge 30%, is the amount of debt. Now, this one's a little tricky. It's not just about the total dollars you owe. What's way more important is how much of your available credit you're actually using. They call this your credit utilization. See, if you keep this number low, it signals to lenders that you're not strapped for cash and that you can manage your finances without maxing out your cards. It's a massive sign of financial discipline.
Next up, making up 15% is the length of your credit history. This one's pretty straightforward. The longer you've had credit accounts open and managed them well, the better. It just shows lenders you've got a long, stable track record. And that final 20%, well, it's split between 2 smaller factors. You've got new credit, which is 10%. That just looks at how often you're applying for new stuff. Opening too many accounts at once can look a little risky. The other 10% is your credit mix. And that's really just about having a variety of credit types, like a credit card and maybe a car loan, showing you can handle different kinds of debt responsibly.
Okay, so now we've decoded the map. We know the rules of the game. Now it's time to get the right gear for our journey. Let's look at the absolute best credit building tools if you're just starting out.
These are your 3 best starting points right here. And you really don't need to do all of them. In fact, just starting with one is perfect. We're talking about getting a secured card, becoming an authorized user on someone else's card, or using a credit builder loan.
So the most common and honestly the most accessible tool out there is the secured credit card. It's specifically designed for people who are building credit from scratch. Because it's secured with your own cash deposit, your odds of getting approved are incredibly high.
You'll generally see 2 main types. The traditional kind has you put down a refundable deposit, and that amount becomes your credit limit. But a lot of modern secured cards are a little different. They don't lock your money up at all. The amount you add to the account is simply the amount you can spend.
So you've got your tool, you've got your new card, now what? Well, building credit isn't just about having an account. It's all about how you use it. And there are 2 golden rules you absolutely have to master.
Remember this number? 35%. That's how much your payment history matters. And that's why golden rule number 1 is this: pay on time every time. Even just one late payment can really hurt your score, so this is completely non-negotiable.
And golden rule number 2 is keep your balance below 30% of your limit. This goes right back to that second biggest piece of your score, the amount of debt. If you can keep your usage below 30% of your total limit, you're showing lenders that you're not overextended and you can manage your money responsibly.
Okay, you have the basics down cold. You've got the map and the rules. Now let's level up with a few pro tips to speed things along, and we're going to bust a really common myth that costs people a ton of money.
First up, a little hack to accelerate your score. Get credit for the bills you're already paying anyway.
Services like Experian Boost let you add things like your phone and utility payments to your credit report. Second, check your own credit report all the time. It's free, and it's what they call a soft pull, so it has zero negative impact on your score. And finally, maybe the easiest one of all, set up autopay. This just guarantees you will never, ever miss a payment and break golden rule number 1.
And now for the biggest, most persistent myth out there. I bet you've heard this one from a friend or a family member. It's this idea that you have to carry a balance from month to month and pay interest in order to build your score.
Okay, let me be crystal clear. That is 100% false. Paying your balance in full every single month is always the smartest financial move. No exceptions. You get all of the credit building benefits without paying a single cent in interest. Don't give your money away for free.
So, we've covered the what, the how, and the why. Let's put it all together and see what this actually looks like in the real world. Because this isn't just some theory. This process really, really works. So take my friend Chris. He started out with literally no credit history at all. In his first month, he got a secured card with a small $300 deposit, and a family member added him as an authorized user on their card. For the next 6 months, all he did was use his card for small, regular purchases like gas or groceries, and he always paid the bill in full. By month 6, he checked his report, and bam, he had a score in the mid-600s. It's that simple and can be that fast. From zero to a solid score in just 6 months. I mean, think about that. That opens up doors to better car loans, getting approved for an apartment, and getting lower interest rates that can save you literally thousands of dollars over time. So the real question isn't, can you do this? It's, what will you do once all those doors are open?